Being offered a scholarship to play Division I basketball should have been one of the happier moments for South Carolina freshman Bianca Cuevas. But the All-American coming out of high school had mixed emotions.
I was kind of depressed, but I was happy at the same time. Because like all the stuff I've been through since I was younger, it was so much, and then I felt like that was a happy moment. And then I was actually thinking about like the stuff I've been through, and I was like, oh my God.
Bianca's mother passed away when she was 2, so she spent her early childhood living with her grandparents. She would lose several other loved ones and caregivers before she graduated high school.
I think my grandmother was cool. I mean, she was crazy, but we was cool. Like me and my sister, we was a handful when we was younger, so like it used to make her react really crazy towards us.
Basketball became a big part of her life early on.
I was always in the park. I used to sneak out the house to go play basketball 4 street from my house. I used to be around like a lot of boys. Like I used to love playing basketball with them. So that's when I actually really started liking basketball.
Her grandfather died when she was 11, and soon she needed someone else to step into her life.
I did cry because that was my grandfather, but I was real sad when she did though. Because they was the only two really like looking after me and my sister after my mother died.
Her basketball coach, Robert Apache Pascal, had become her guardian and the father figure that was missing in her life.
Patchy was like, he was like my father, to be honest. Me and him had a real close relationship. Like I used to open up to him and tell him a lot of stuff, and he used to do the same to me. He actually kind of showed me how to like love other people. Like he used to just talk to me a lot, and then he used to really help me when he used to talk to me. He used to make me go so hard. Like he the reason why I got so much confidence, and because of the teammates I had and I used to play with, they were so good too. So it made me, I wasn't scared to play against nobody, so that's why I had that kind of mentality. I ain't scared of nobody. He was always on my side. He was never against me. I feel like people used to just love me because I played basketball and I was good at the sport, but I don't feel like I had people that actually loved me because who I was.
Things were going well until Apache died from cancer during her sophomore year of high school. He was 38 years old.
I was the only person on the team that actually knew he was like really sick. People didn't know like he was sick from cancer and stuff. My whole team was in school, and they called us down to the office, and they was kind of getting into details, but I was the first one to start crying because I already kind of knew where the conversation was probably heading, but it was true. So, I mean, when they told us he passed away, my whole team was going so crazy. Like everybody was crying. It was bad. I still think about him to this day, but I mean, I just gotta be strong about it because I lost so many people in my life. So it's just like I just gotta be strong about it.
Bianca would later live with her godmother, Shamara Hendrickson.
My godmother, I mean, she actually started taking care of me because she has a good heart, and she seen like I used to go through so much, and she felt like I was special to her for some reason. She talks to me about like a lot of stuff. Like she talked to me about basketball stuff and just me just like being Bianca, like off the court, like things I have to do and things I need to like the bad habits I have to stop. She told me about stuff like that.
Bianca's story is that of perseverance. While she still thinks about those loved ones, she does have an escape on the 94 feet of hardwood.
I really love playing basketball because it don't make me think about like stuff that happened in my past. Being around my teammates, like they really make me happy.
Her mental toughness and basketball ability caught the eye of Coach Dawn Staley, and the University of South Carolina soon became the right fit. I
wanted to come to school where I was going to play and where I was actually going to fit in. I felt like where I was going to fit in at. Being around the team, actually, I said, oh, I could fit in with this team because they kind of act the way I act. I actually like the academics in the school too. Coach Daly, I guess we was the same person. She had a little rough times too when she was younger. I guess where she grew up at, it's kind of similar. Me and her kind of similar to each other. I mean, we actually had one conversation for so long on the phone one time. It was probably about an hour we was on the phone with each other. But the conversation was interesting, so I was just talking to her, and I was really opening up to her, so I was just like, I think I like this lady.
Bianca is in her first season with the Gamecocks, but she has already won. She has taken what she has learned from those who have loved her to overcome the difficulties in her life to achieve both on and off the basketball floor.
I do actually feel like I belong here. It feels like home, actually. Just being here and then being around people that is supporting me and stuff. But life is good for me right now. I'm a happy person.